Alright, wanted to do a quick video of a 2016 Toyota Tundra TRD oil change. The reason I mentioned it's a TRD is because you're going to have to contend with the skid plate, which this is a pretty basic oil change. This is the first time doing it on this truck, so I just made this quick video. Basically what you're going to be looking at is 5 bolts right there to pull this off, which are 12mm, and then you have 3 screws, and those mount up in the front, and that actually comes off with a Phillips. So, and then you have to kind of tweak this thing to the side as you're pulling down on it, but once you take everything out, it's almost going to fall down, except for the fact that you have to kind of pull it off to the edge, and then it comes down. It's pretty straightforward. I heard that it was kind of a pain, but it really wasn't that bad at all. I haven't even jacked this truck up, so I'm doing it without even jacking it up, so you can do it without that. I am also switching to the aluminum oil filter housing. So I got this off of Amazon. It's the original part. It's 20 bucks. I bought it for $20 on Amazon. And the stock Toyota Tundra unit, which is the same as you're going to find on a lot of different Toyotas, I guess, is plastic. So here's the plastic unit here. Now you do have to swap this piece here. Here's the old oil filter, and that kind of goes on there like that. And then here's the new unit I'm putting in, which is a Wix 57041. Okay, so exact same thing as the stock unit right there. The only thing different between this filter housing and this one is you just swap the center pieces here. But other than that, I mean, this is just a much better unit. I mean, it comes from Toyota. I mean, it's just pretty, it's pretty evident that the aluminum unit's can be a better unit. I've heard people having issues with this. I didn't have any issues, but I can definitely tell it was in there a lot tighter than 25 foot-pounds, which is supposedly what I read on here. If that's correct, it's supposed to be 25 foot-pounds. It's supposed to tighten to. Anyway, it was in there pretty Gorilla tight. Here are the new gaskets. Bought those at the same time I bought the Wix, or I'm sorry, as the filter housing online. So this is the part number for those. There's the drain plug. It's a 14mm. You have this small little gasket on there, which is the same as that gasket right there, except for it's blue versus black. Not sure that matters. So there's that right there. Got this tool at O'Reilly Auto. This thing worked like a charm. I think the tool from Toyota was like $80, I want to say. And this thing was, I don't know, 12 or something. This thing worked flawlessly. So you have a couple different things you have to kind of do to get this thing out of here versus your standard canister oil filter, but it's not that big of a deal. You have the little drain plug right here, which actually makes it quite clean versus most automotive applications for canister oil filters. When you take the thing off, it's spilling all over the engine or your arm or whatever. This thing just plugs right in and it drains straight down from the bottom of the engine, which is a pretty nice design. You have a couple O-rings here. You have this one here, and then you're going to have this one, which if people don't notice this and they just jam it back in there, it's very tough to see, but there's an O-ring right there. So you have a couple of those to deal with. So again, the oil change on this is pretty straightforward. Not really any surprises, so just take your time when you're doing it. But I would definitely recommend this right here, just based on the fact that, I mean, it looks like a fantastic piece, and I'm not quite sure why they skimped on a $40,000+ truck to save a little bit of money, I guess, in this plastic unit right here. So anyway, that's gonna be my review. 2016 Tundra oil change.